Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel and a little progress report from the dark side, a NieR reincarnation where, again, I got forced to play as a dude. Enjoy. Here we are on the dark side. The biggest change being that we're, of course, now we're playing with as the monster. I call him the bug. I'm going to again be clipping out most of the run through. Definitely the story for the memories because I want you guys to experience the cinematics. But let me know in the comments how far along are you if you're about where I am in the story. I'm actually quite a bit further than what you're going to be seeing on screen here by the time you see it. But it's really sucking me in this story. But here it is. These space guys. These, I don't really, can I call them clones? I'm not sure, but and the space flowers and stuff like this story was kind of weird for me. I didn't totally get into it. I did, but I didn't. Like, I'm a fan of the Alien series and things like that. I don't mind space stuff. I love mech and things like that, and I don't mind nature, so I got into it. But I mean, I was forced to play as a dude again. That's the biggest takeaway from this startup here was like that. It is what it is. And going back to my first video, I think I was kind of questioning if the devs were drunk by the choice of letters and numbers in some of the clips that they had. But I guess that has to do with this story. It's all numbers and letters that they use in their names. So that is again something that I just have to kind of deal with. I'm really bad for, again, RPGs. I think one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of RPGs is because of the use of like just kind of going over the top with the name ideas and things like that. You don't have to be like going kind of crazy where you can't even pronounce the name. I don't know how to pronounce those names, especially when it's numbers and letters. I'm not a bot. But if you come up with a phonetic way of saying their names, I'm sure you could just call him like Peter or something, right? So anyways, the other part, like the main story part, so going through these chapters, again, I'm going in still thinking that the bug has good intentions. It would have just kind of been, I'm sure, forceful or trying to really like not really care about the girl's feelings or anything like that when he's eating her dreams. I'm not sure. Again, I'm going into this. I don't know kind of twists and turns. Is the NieR series like the M. Night Shyamalan where it's going to be twist and what a twist and what a twist and a constant twist around every bend? I'm not sure. I'm actually at the point, like I said, I've progressed far enough. Like I'm at the end of our current content, just as a kind of sneak peek for you guys. But I want to know more again about the girl Theo, and I want to know more about the bug. I want to know more about some of these side characters that they keep coming back to. I'm just hoping it all kind of ties together. I'm also kind of shook because I'm playing with Theo. So Theo is the girl that I think is really strong, that I was mentioning in my video that like I got a new unit and I think she's strong. Like she's only, gold. But if you don't have those 4-star units, don't be afraid to use the ones that you do have. So like she packs a wallop for a little pint. We're protecting her. We have her on our team because we're protecting her. And of course I have the assassin for many reasons, but the main one is that leg, that side leg that peeks out is great, and there's lots of really great looking waifu in this game. I'm not pro. I don't know what any of their bios are. I don't even like look at their profiles or find out their ages and things like that. But the good looking ones are waifu. Yeah, they're pretty nice. If you guys are watching and you notice any birds in my video, can you let me know? Because the entire time that it was on the side, I don't think I found like one bird. I'll have to go back and check actually my record and see if I have any. But maybe it's just me, but I don't know that I could even like find birds as I'm playing as the bug. But I'm just blind. Maybe And it's, I think, playing on device. So I think that playing this game on a PC would be fantastic. I think that you'd be able to see a lot more details. I think the birds would be very easy to find. I think it'd just be like brilliant for the cinematics. And for audio, I suggest the headphones. I suggest the earbuds that go straight into the brain, because the audio in this game is fantastic. I do clip some of it to put in as background music, because the way I'm chopped my video, I don't want you guys getting a bunch of useless audio, sensory craziness happening between the battles and things like that. But again, you know, I welcome lots of feedback for my content. So if you guys would rather hear more of the game, you know, sounds and things like that, especially during the battles, let me know. But I gotta say that they do integrate that well. If you notice too, once you get into the boss side of a battle, that the music actually does change, and it's very subtle change. I'm still finding that I'm pretty powerful running through this. I was making the mistake, and you'll see later in my content that I'm making the mistake of, when I'm running through these quests for the first time, is I'm not checking to see what the requirements are. Change up your weapons. So if I could go back, I'd give myself some advice to be reading those requirements, because it's very easy to pass these quests on the first try, but then having to go back is kind of a pain in the butt, isn't it? Right? But you know, we learned good things on the dark side. There is a lot of repetition, you know, like again with the scenery, like, okay, we're going down this elevator, oh, another, you know, another fence. But I mean, the story is so good.
Miss here to wake up.
I had lots of fun today. See you tomorrow, Mr. Monster.
And like the way that they integrate like the change between, like, okay, the girl, you know, the girl has to leave now. That makes sense, right? She's got to wake up now. She's got to leave this the cage. So this is where we kind of get some of that insider information as to what is going on here. Okay, now we're confirming that this is dream scenario, and that the people involved in these stories, this isn't, again, I'm still going back to, it still isn't all quite it seems. I think we have a lot more to learn about when it comes to the characters in this story, as well as where the story's going. Again, it's going to be a twist. It's going to be a twist after twist after twist, I believe. And I enjoy that. I don't want to skip too much. I keep slapping my hand and going, you know, don't skip that, you know, run the story. Like, you know, it's only going to take 2-3 minutes. Plus it's also very engaging. But the way I run my mobile games, right? I'm a mobile game player, and I play mobiles for a few reasons. And one of them being is for convenience, how I can just quickly drop in and drop out to see how far my progress could take me. And you can get quite far with just on the main story progressing. But you're going to find a point where you're going to need upgrading materials and things like that. And again, going back to if you can complete those quests the first try and not have to go back, it's going to save you. But you're probably going to have to back and do some of the auto battles. I got to say that the auto battle thing, unless I'm missing something, that's a pain in my butt. I'd rather just be able to do a rating, or that's why I use the summons. Like I said in my last video, using that summons on the chapters, I do recommend it. It is definitely worth it. And then when Theo comes back, it's the start of a new, it's a new, you know, adventure. It's a new day, or a new dream, I guess. And so this kind of tells you too, like how fast you're progressing. If you can blow through one chapter a day or in a sitting, that's really great. If you can only do the one memory or whatever, that's fine. You know, they've got the progress with the RPG where you come up to these gates. I understand that those are like roadblocks they're put in there to kind of keep me having areas where I need to stop and you know, take a maybe upgrade, or you know, do what you got to do. But they're also integrating some of this dialogue and stuff in between as well, right? So a lot of the side quest story is one thing, but then this main story and introducing this dialogue here is giving us an idea who these characters are. And then you go back and you think back to how we played through the first time, right? And you think back to when we were encountering the bug and how playful the bug was, how interested in us that the bug was. As I'm progressing, I did get a lot of the diamonds to make pulls. Again, I'm just looking at the pop-ups now on the left-hand corner of my screen to see if I'm getting anything good. So if I see it come up with I've got a collection unlocked, when you see that you got a costume, you kind of know it's a unit, but I'm watching for specific names now. And I know I'm not getting the units that the top tier units, but I am getting those purple now. So at least I'm seeing a little bit better for my rolls than I was. Like what was that? I'm not sure if I had 4 rolls in my last video, but yeah, it does take some time to get that to get those top tiers to show up. But again, you're not guaranteed a unit. You might get a weapon that you're not going to be, that happy with, but it is what it is. I still like to fight my tubbies, and speaking of kicking butt, we got this great. I don't dig the bald on a woman, depending on I think it's what else is going on. I think the combination of the spacesuit with the bald is kind of weird to me. Very, very much it could be we could add some hair, be improved 100%, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about this one because she's got a great ass. Moving on. Again, I'm not they're gonna keep the stories in here for you, but they are very important. Like the one here that we're running, where we have a relationship. Again, there's relationships in these. So like there's the boy, there's the older sister, the younger sister. We're seeing the relationships that and the sacrifices that people are having to make for relationships. And here we're running through as a relationship here, as a bug and as a girl. And we have to go through this in the same way. There was the turmoil. There's all this turmoil in the stories. We have a lot of turmoil in our own main story. I love the spider bobble butts here. They're big backs. They got a lot of stuff going on in this game that's like cute. Which, okay, so maybe I should just say it, because as I progress, maybe I'll learn more, and as they add more content, I guess, but I still believe that a lot of the stuff that we're seeing in the cage is coming from one of the characters. There was a part, if you guys remember, there was a part of dialogue where Theo was asked, why do you wear that leash or that collar? Sorry. Why do you wear that collar? And she said, it's the law. And I'm like, wait, okay. So it will either play into your theories or it will disprove some of your theories. But I think as we progress through this game, we're going to see a lot of interesting things. The dialogue between the monster and the girl, or rather the girl who is instigating the dialogue, and that we get to integrate ourselves into that.
Say, Mr. Monster, do you have any siblings? I'm an only child, and I'd do anything to have a brother or sister.
Theo is voiced very well. She definitely has a great tone to her. So that voice actress, props to you. Learning a little bit about the monster too, you can see there is not only one desire, that one need. It's the gain to become human, to eat dreams, to become human. Now again, going back to the progression here, and my understanding is that he is intending to only eat dreams, or in Theo's case, nightmares. He's not intending to be stealing a part of her. So there is something else going on here. There's something at work here. You will see that we are viewing now the progress in reverse. We're viewing everything that we did in the earlier part. We're now seeing in the eyes of Theo what initially happened. So this will be the last battle scene. And again, I will come back with some more, progression for you guys. But, some takeaways from this is definitely, be looking at those affinities, be looking at those requirements for your quests, so that you're not having to go back. If I was to get, like, again, to give myself any advice, and you can gain a lot of diamonds. This is main progress on the main story. I really was not paying attention to the side quests for the first couple days. I did them just as they unlocked to experience them, but I wanted to stay on the main story because I do find it so interesting. It really is a very cool story, and I really just want to keep going. Like, again, just, no spoilers, but I am at the end of the available content with chapter 9, so do look for my next video. Give this one a like if you enjoyed it, so it helps my algorithm. And if you're not already subscribed, you can subscribe so you get notifications when that video comes out.
Don't let up.
So until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and enjoy your time in the cage. Bye-bye.